Hi, this is Dylan from Business English Unplugged, and this is another very simple dogma, conversation-driven, materials light, focus on emergent language lesson for business English learners, particularly in a one-to-one teaching context. This activity is called the 3 questions, and it's a good activity for reflection, evaluating, and talking about intention and moving forward. It's very simple. All you have to do is ask the learner about something they've worked on recently. So it could be a project, it could be maybe a meeting they attended or an interview, something they did at work, and they have to evaluate how they performed. And also they have to think about what they can do next time, future intentions. And it's useful because, of course, professionals have to evaluate their work and evaluate their performance and set goals for future attempts. And it gives them the opportunity to build reflective thinking, but also practice evaluative language. 5-step procedure. It's very simple. And remember, the second step isn't necessary if you don't want it. So first of all, we start with relate, where we connect the task with what the learners do at work. So you just ask them about this activity, event, what went well, what didn't go so well, and what they want to do next. And with that, you might want to rehearse some language, so you could elicit evaluation language like, well, the biggest success was, or I struggled a little bit with, so I guess my next step is. These sort of phrases would be quite useful. And then you go on to the task itself. So this is respond. They respond to the task. You could make it more dialogic and conversational. You could say, okay, so now I'd like you to tell me about your performance in this task. And the learners answer the 3 questions in detail. Again, with higher level learners, you can maybe change the questions a little bit, make them a little bit more complex linguistically. And then after they've done that and answered the 3 questions, then you can reflect and refine, look at examples of good language they used to confirm that it was used correctly. Maybe also you could do some reformulation, perhaps some correction. You can add some phrases which they could actually incorporate next time they do it. Especially these phrases may be related to reflection, cause and effect, and future intentions. And then of course you get them to repeat the task with this new emergent language, and hopefully they'll improve. You might want to do it again so they have a 3rd chance to do the task, and generally this will result in better performance. And then as a follow-up activity, because you don't want them to lose this new emergent language, you could ask them to maybe create a simple follow-up task like creating a weekly review template so they can use it. They could even do this task every week by themselves, and that would, I think, enable them to improve. Maybe they could do it with you. They could send you a recording of doing that task, and that would help them really consolidate that new language. So very simple task, 3 questions, talk about something they did, what went well, what didn't go so well, and what they want to do next. Simple, effective, and useful. See you next time.